All right, guys, welcome in on this Wednesday. It's another edition of the Joe Raineri Show, brought to you by Paperhead.com. Our good friends at Paperhead.com. Making the book is basically what they are doing, and we have so much great information. It has never been easier, guys, to be able to listen, that office pool of yours, your friends, your family, your coworkers. It is football season. There is plenty of opportunity now for you guys to have the ultimate side gig in being the book, and it's never been easier to do it with our good friends from Paperhead. So we're going to give you all sorts of information about how to be able to set yourself up. No more running around calling people, email me your picks, email your selections, no more office pools. It is so simple to be able to run it all, guys, right from one easy website. All those details coming up. Also, sportsmemo.com. Our good friend Dr.ChuckRX will join us here in just a couple of minutes. Free plays tonight, not only in Major League Baseball, but college football and the NFL. It kicks off tomorrow, guys. Can you believe it? The NFL kicks off tomorrow, the 2019 season. It will be underway, the 100th anniversary of the NFL. I cannot believe it. Exciting. NFL is back, which means there's plenty of opportunities for you guys to be able to profit. And also, it means, don't forget about baseball, though, guys. Do not forget about Major League Baseball. Final month of the season, and we're always talking about finding value, right? When we look at plays, well, September is such a unique month when it comes to betting Major League Baseball. It provides us great value, opportunities where the markets are all out of whack because the public is hammering one team or the other, and they're discounting the ability of other Major League Baseball teams, and it does leave us value, and there's plenty of it across the board here tonight. I'll give you one of the free plays that I love, of course, Dr. Chuck RX over at sportsmemo.com. And if you guys haven't done so, check it out, sportsmemo.com. There is something for everybody, whether it be NFL, whether it be college football. Can't believe it, college football. That's here as well. Big week last week, went 2-0 with our college football plays. And then, of course, we kind of got sidetracked by this thing called Hurricane Dorian here in South Florida. And knock on wood, or my head, whatever it is, knock on wood, we escaped it pretty much unscathed here in South Florida. But thoughts, prayers, collection efforts under the way, certainly here in South Florida, to those the poor folks of the Bahamas, where that hurricane just absolutely destroyed, obliterated, you name it, just wiped out many parts of the Bahamas. It's just terrible. And that was coming for us. I mean, that was coming for us here in South Florida. It's amazing that the storm just simply stopped and then took off up north. And, again, thoughts and prayers to all of those along the eastern seaboard here who are having to deal with Hurricane 2 right now up and down the coast. And it's never a fun thing to be barricaded inside for a couple of days, not knowing whether or not you are going to be able to go outside, whether or not you're going to have power, whether or not the places are going to be flooded along the water. Just it sucks in a word. It just absolutely sucks having to deal with that, and I can't imagine what those poor folks in the Bahamas are dealing with right now. Rescue efforts are underway, and certainly we're a big part of making that push there to try and get them as much help as possible here in South Florida, and we'll continue to do so. But it's good to finally be back and out of the bunker, so to speak, and ready to rock and roll and get ready for football here coming up tomorrow. College football on Friday, but Major League Baseball tonight. And do want to let you guys know as well, we're going to get you the information again, how to be able to run your own book. It is so much easier than you guys think it is. We'll have the information, a phone number you need to call right now. It's never been easier. It is the ultimate side gig throughout the football season, and you're really not doing anything more than probably what you are doing right now. It is not complicated at all, and we're going to give you those details coming up. But also want to let you guys know, if you haven't done so, 100% deposit bonus match right now. YouWager.LV. That's 1-800-YouWager. Call them, 1-800-YouWager. Give them the code JRS50. They're going to double it. They're going to give you a 100% deposit bonus. You put in 100, they put in 100. You put in 50, they put in 50. You put in a dime, they match your dime. It is that simple, guys. Just got to pick up the phone and call 1-800-YouWager and give them the code JRS50. Why is that important? Well, because there is a huge difference between getting 2.5 on a spread in football and getting 3. And the big difference is, well, the difference between cashing a ticket and not cashing a ticket. Guys, you are betting numbers. We stress this all the time. Sports investing is a market, very similar to what you've got, exactly similar to what you've got on Wall Street. Guys talk about the stock market all the time. Well, what the hell do you think is going on here with sports investing? It's all about markets, and the markets really dictate exactly where the numbers are going to be, and you either get in at the right time and get the right price and give yourself the best chance of cashing, or you don't. And the bottom line is, it really doesn't make a damn bit of difference what the name of the team is, what the jersey says. The only thing that matters is that you get the right number. And to do that, you got to have multiple places to shop those numbers. And that's why we're telling you, call 1-800-YouWager, the code JRS50, and they will go ahead and get you all set up here with a 100% deposit bonus match. Right now, 1-800-YouWager, the code is JRS50.
I'm at the bank making money, making moves. Machines with tools and drills, making grooves. Missions impossible, that's lotsable. I'm upside down, hanging like Tom Cruise.
Hey, guys, welcome in. All right, excited. It is Wednesday, which means 24 hours and counting. NFL 2019. The season kicks off. Green Bay taking on the Chicago Bears. But way before we get to that, we got Major League Baseball tonight. We got college football this weekend. It is a good time to start profiting in the world of sports. And nobody better to do that with than our good friend Dr.ChuckRX, SportsMemo.com. And first and foremost, congratulations to Dr.ChuckRX here, who recently added to the family. So congratulations, proud papa man. Way to go. You didn't mess it up. I love it.
Yeah, thank you so much. I apparently was doing everything I could to, and I pulled through, so that's good news.
I love that. That's it. Way to close out that 5-team parlay, man.
My feet up.
Way to do it, brother. Way to do it. Trust the damn process. All right, so sportsmemo.com, guys, first and foremost, if you head over there, a lot of different ways for you guys to be able to profit here. You've got free plays. You've got Dr. Chuck's all his information, all his plays, his record, all of that good stuff. Plenty of opportunities for you guys to be able to profit here at sportsmemo.com. So let's start here, Dr. Chuck. Major League Baseball tonight. There is a game. We had the Mets earlier today. You and I talked about it. You liked the over. You liked first 5. I had the Mets in game. I was able to get them at plus 120. So all looked good there for the New York Mets. But what other direction are you looking at in Major League Baseball here tonight?
Oh, I loved that Mets side. I loved everything about it. I loved your in-game play when neither of them scored. That was great. I loved the first 5 most, just in case, Callaway was going to get a lot of bullpen action going. I didn't want to have any kind of disaster happen because I was pretty confident in the first 5, and I was pretty confident in the offense because, like we were discussing, everybody is like, oh, this is the end of the Mets season. Fade them from now on. Definitely pick the Nats today. Well, the offense played great. Yes, they gave up 7 runs on defense. They scored 5 runs that same damn inning. So seemed like a pretty easy play to me. There's a bunch of good stuff out there. We already have a couple winners in. We have a couple plays up on the site now, right? You can go get anytime, as well as some coupons for the rest of the season. I was just talking online that September is just, like printing money in Major League Baseball. Tomorrow, NFL starts officially 100th season. Vegas has already shown with the lines and some of the stuff they're putting out. They don't give a damn about the books, the betting thing going on with the baseball, and neither does the public, especially once football actually starts. College in full force, and this week we've already been, we're 22-8 just on the diamond since, last Thursday, and it's only going to get better. I like a lot as far as the play that you should go get no matter what. The Diamondbacks last night, they kind of flubbed around with an easy game and barely won it on some errors at the end, 2-1. But tonight they got Gallen going against, Chris Paddock, who looked like Rookie of the Year candidate early in the season. Don't have to spend a whole lot to get Zach Gallen on a low total like this, and I don't think it's going to be that tough. You got John Tumpane as the umpire behind the plate, and he's a hometown hero, basically, type of player that about 17 wins for the home team, 9 wins for the away team, about a run more for the home team regularly, and the D-backs just have a much better offense going right now. Continue to fade the Padres without Tatis, which is unfortunate because he was fun to watch, but they're not the same. And I just think, at that price, it's an unbelievable deal. People want to follow Paddock, and we benefit from that.
It's amazing, too, how good they have been, Arizona, quietly. That whole race to the middle, which is what you got going on there in the National League, a whole bunch of 500 teams that are really battling. Yeah. But it's impressive what they've been able to do. Their winning streak has put them within 3.5 games of the final wild card spot there. So there's a lot to play for with them. San Diego, not so much. So I was always a big fan of Zach Gallen here in Miami. I think nothing but great things are going to happen for that kid in the future. And I know they got rid of Greinke. Yeah. But pretty impressive job, what they ended up getting in return there in Zach Gallen. So I think they're going to be okay, certainly like them tonight against San Diego. And, of course, there's Thursday night football, there's college football, and I understand up at sportsmemo.com you've got yourself a free play going on up there that you like a lot here on Saturday. Talk to us.
Yeah, so I went with, for a variety of reasons, I am back in Big Blue, and for those of you that know, I'm here in Columbus, and we don't say that word, but I'll say it this week. Jim Harbaugh is also tough. Not my favorite guy here as a Buckeye, but I think there's a lot of stuff going on with this line. You might even be able to get a 22 now with Army coming in. I trust the Michigan defense. The offense, I think, is going to continue to adapt with the new form and the new OC. And Army, I was saying off air, and I said this in the play, transitive property is a dangerous way to go in gambling, and I wouldn't make it a bet for my life. But Army barely beat Rice. Rice is probably, not even subjectively, they might be objectively the worst team in college football. And, Middle Tennessee State's in that same conference. They're at least a 5 or 6 win better than Rice team, and Army just didn't handle them very well. Michigan is not the kind of defense you want to play when you're one-dimensional, and they also face some teams that run the option on a semi-regular basis. Jim Harbaugh can shut that down with his defensive team, and I just, without sounding facetious, how is Army going to score? And if I just need 4 touchdowns from the Wolverines and cover this bet, then it looks like an easy free play to me. I'd put up there that I'd probably lay all the way up to 28, and it's actually going the other way. So, go for it.
Yep, a whole lot of money coming in on Army. It'll be interesting to see what the closing line on that is. But he is all in, our friend Dr. Chuck RX, all in on Michigan taking care of business this weekend against Army, and I'm sure he's not alone there. Also, if you want to read up on the plays, guys, it's very simple. Just head over to sportsmemo.com, Dr. Chuck RX, his plays, everything you need to know from everybody here, the whole gang at sportsmemo.com, whether it be Major League Baseball, whether it be college football, whether it be the NFL, guys, there's something for everybody here at sportsmemo.com. And are you looking ahead to week one here, Sunday, NFL? Absolutely. Is there a game or two that you are looking towards that you're thinking about doing a write-up on?
Absolutely. So as I said, we've had a great season in baseball. We had a great season in hockey, and football is still the bread and butter. And yeah, there's a lot of good stuff out there. I kind of wish that I'd gotten in with that Ravens line when it was a little shorter before I knew the Dolphins were tanking. I think that Sunday night game, probably, we were talking off air, is probably a little few too many points. And I don't know what to make of the Texans, but I really think that if I had to put something out there right now, as far as a line that they've coming up with pick'em, I know the 49ers have to travel to Tampa, and travel situations are a big part of the capping during the NFL season, but this is not during the season. There was not a lot of play from Garoppolo and the starters, and I understand McKinnon is back on IR again, but there's a lot of weapons, and I trust Kyle Shanahan more with what he's built with the team. He's had, luckily he's been given some leeway in this new fire you after 1 or 2 seasons type culture, but Arians is new there. Arians has a great offense. He did when he was with the Cardinals and didn't have a very good team, he did beat the Niners both times that season against Kyle Shanahan, and I think that also plays into the factor here, and I just don't quite understand why the Niners would almost be getting points. And so I would definitely be going that way, not huge, but I'm not going to trust a team. Bruce Arians as a coach was fun to back, but he needed to come out of retirement to take a team that is being led by Jameis Winston, and I don't think that's going to come out like gangbusters.
Yeah, it's there's some very interesting head-scratching first week lines that are out there. Some of the ones that caught my attention. The Jets in Buffalo, and being a Jet fan, I try to avoid betting them all year round because I try not to. I find it's best if I avoid the teams that I actually like the Jets, like the Yankees, because I find sometimes I get a little too emotional with those, but I can't help but to look at that Bills Jet line. It opened up at 38.5 for the total. It's been bet up to 41, but it's the lowest game on the board, and I think the defenses are going to be great. I just don't think they're going to be that kind of great where they think the offenses on both teams are going to struggle. Second-year quarterbacks on both sides, I think they're going to have some success. Le'Veon Bell is going to be anxious to get the ball going, so I think 41 is a little underestimated as far as the bookmakers go with that line, so I'd probably be looking somewhere to the over there. And also, I think there's a little overvaluing happening right now with the Minnesota Vikings as they are on their way hosting the Atlanta Falcons. There opened up at 4.5. It's been bouncing back and forth between 4.5 and 4. I really think this is about as close to a pick'em game as possible. It's going to be indoors in the new Minnesota Stadium, so that's going to help Julio Jones and Matt Ryan. New offensive coordinator, new old offensive coordinator. Defense is going to be ready to rock and roll. I'm leaning taking those points all day long. You want to give me 4.5 points? I'll take Matt Ryan and Julio Jones over Stephon Diggs and Kirk Cousins any day of the week. Still too many questions unanswered about that offensive line to me with the Minnesota Vikings, so I'm leaning Atlanta in that game this weekend as well, Dr. Chuck.
No, I'm with you on that, if not only for the fact, like you said, I don't personally have Minnesota as anything more than a 3 or 3.5 home field advantage, and so, right, they're telling you that on a neutral field, Zimmer's got the better team, and I don't know. I mean, I understand the Falcons can't win a game in the preseason to give anybody any kind of idea of what they're going to look like.
Yeah.
You know, so that doesn't help any kind of better. But yeah, I mean, I'm with you. 4.5 points. I think that's a winner.
Yep. Also tonight, I'm going to be riding. Give me the first 5 under. Bieber versus Nova. White Sox versus Indians. Bieber has just been a first 5 machine all year long, especially to the under. He hasn't won a game in a little while, but it's not because, not necessarily because of him. The bullpens and the run support has not been there for him. But taking on the Chicago White Sox, who, listen, as almost $3 dogs last night were able to get the job done. Ivan Nova has been one of the better pitchers in all of Major League Baseball, in fact, over the last month and a half. So you give me Nova, you give me Bieber, you give me 2 teams that don't necessarily crush the ball. The number's 4.5, and I'm good. I'd go under the first 5, 4.5. It's somewhere around. You can probably get it around even money, plus 105, plus 100 at this point. But I like Bieber, I like Nova, and I think they'll probably have no problem through the first half of this game to be able to control the runs that will be scored. At least they have done so far over the last 5 or 6 starts.
I'm with you on that too. I mean, and who's going to possibly blame you for taking the under king, Shane Bieber, especially at home for any kind of under?
Yeah.
First 5 under, a full game under, he's the king.
Yep.
You know, and it's just
insanely profitable too, guys. 26-2 is what Bieber has been in his last 28 starts to the under, the first 5 under. So, and he's going up against a guy. Nova has been pretty damn good here. He had a little rough outing in Atlanta, but prior to that, he's been pretty good, man. He's got a 7-game stretch where he's pitched to a 0.94 ERA and a 0.90 WHIP. So he's been pretty hard to hit, really starting to throw that sinker a lot more. And, man, he stopped throwing so many fastballs, started throwing a sinker a little bit more, and the results are they're in the numbers, man.
Absolutely. I mean, he's the kind of guy that's always had that potential count, and so people like to fade him.
Yep.
You know, now he plays for a team that isn't in contention, but it's a divisional game. Yeah, I mean, you get the hook here too. It's nuts.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm
Go
completely
for it.
with you with that hook. I think this is, I don't think Bieber gives up any runs, and I think, what's worst case scenario, maybe 2-0.
Yep. Love that. Think there's value there, especially at that price. There's also plenty of value in you guys getting over to sportsmemo.com and check out our good friend Dr. ChuckRX. Check out his page, guys. All you have to do is go to the handicappers. There it is. He's got his record. You can see all his plays across Major League Baseball, college football, getting ready for the NFL. And there's his free player with Michigan, the write-up Michigan and Army. It pays. It would behoove you to head over to sportsmemo.com and check out Dr. ChuckRX, and of course at Dr. ChuckRX on Twitter. So once again, if you're just joining us, recap. Dr. ChuckRX tonight is going with the the Snakes, going with the Diamondbacks tonight, and over the San Diego Padres. You're taking Michigan, if I'm not mistaken, over Army. You think Army's going to have a hard time finding the end zone there against this Michigan team. And then, of course, you're looking at a couple of games over the weekend, including the 49ers and Tampa Bay game, man. Looks like you got your eyes set on that one as well.
Yeah, it's as we're coming to our Super Contest submissions in as well, it's pretty tough to narrow these down, especially early on. I am passing on the opening night game tomorrow, so I'll have a little bit more time to narrow it all down. But I sure think these two teams, I mean, I guess we're already being told that the Niners are a better team. This is in Tampa, and at best, they're a 1-point favorite. So I would think we're already getting the better team, and I am not worried about the travel. They're going to probably have no issue with that, and they're just a better team, and I think better coached.
Love it. There you go. All right, plenty of opportunities for you guys to profit. It starts by getting the right people in your corner. Dr. ChuckRX on Twitter, sportsmemo.com. All right, Doc, it's always a pleasure to be able to talk to you. Congratulations again on the addition to the family, my friend. Keep rolling. We'll talk to you again by the weekend because we got plenty more coming your way in terms of Major League Baseball, college football, NFL. He is Dr. ChuckRX, SportsMemo.com. Doc, thanks so very much, man. We'll talk to you again soon.
All right, thanks, Joe. Talk soon.
All right, I want to thank Dr. ChuckRX for stopping by, SportsMemo.com. Great stuff there. I might even be inclined to throw in one more first five free play here tonight that I'm going to be on. In fact, I'm going to be betting it here in just a second. I'm going to look at the first five Texas Rangers taking on the New York Yankees. Give me Lance Lynn in the first 5 innings at plus 150 here. Good value on that, guys. I'm telling you right now, I think that it is a bullpen day for the Yanks here, sending out Chad Green. Now, they've been very successful winning some games that he has started here throughout the year, but I do think Lance Lynn through the first 5 innings, his fastball velocity is up. His FIP is down. He has been pretty much lights out ever since Tommy John surgery, having one of the best years of his career. And I do think in Yankee Stadium, as a right-handed pitcher, he should be able to limit the damage and give the Texas Rangers hitters a chance to get up and in front there in the first 5. So give me at plus 150 the first 5. Lance Lynn in the Rangers-Yankees game, 6:35 coming up here, guys, in just about 35 minutes or so. I will tell you this, couple of the other games here tonight, bit of a head-scratcher, and this is what we were talking about tonight with Dr. Chuck. He touched base on how the bookmakers, there are some lines, guys, in the month of September that are just, they're a bit of a head-scratcher. You have, for instance, you have Ryu going tonight for the Dodgers, who is a minus 310 favorite. This is a guy that has been lit up like a Christmas tree over the last month in his outings. It has not been good. It has been downright ugly. There has been talks of maybe even resting him, giving him a little time to breathe because they felt maybe the innings load was getting too much and maybe starting to wear down a little bit. But there is no doubt Ryu is not the same pitcher over the last 5 or 6 starts that he was 2 months ago. And yet here we are taking on the Colorado Rockies. And he's $3? He's $3.10. So, again, plenty of value on dogs in the month of September betting Major League Baseball. But you've got to have the gumption to know that, all right, I got a less than 50% chance of winning this game, but backing underdogs at $2 and $3 is one surefire way to put a whole lot of profit in your pocket as the closing weeks of the 2019 Major League Baseball season come to a close. But, guys, it can't be all favorites all day, all the time. You've got to be able to play teams like the Rockies or back teams like the Marlins taking on Pittsburgh tonight, 2 crap teams. When you've got a really elite team like a Dodgers or an Astros or a Yankees taking on a for lack of a better, a shit team, I don't know, like Baltimore or Detroit or Kansas City, you can't be afraid to back the dogs in those games, guys. That's how you're going to go ahead and profit big time. You know, you're getting $2, $3 there backing an underdog. Last couple of weeks in the season, motivation is not the same. The mentality's not the same. Some of these teams either take their foot off the gas, like the Dodgers, who, I'm sorry, at minus $3 here tonight, minus 310, way overvalued, like way, way overvalued against the Colorado Rockies. I'm not saying they're going to lose. I'm just saying the value in that play lies with the Rockies at plus 260 right now because Ryu is not the same pitcher he was 2 months ago. Just check the last 3 or 4 outings. He's been getting lit up like a Christmas tree. But you can see that across the board in a lot of these games here tonight and moving forward in Major League Baseball. Opportunities for you guys to cash in on value with Major League Baseball, especially when you're talking about elite teams versus less than elite teams. When you start seeing teams like Houston, how did that work out at the $5 favorite for Verlander 2 weeks ago? How many of you cashed? Oh, that's right. None of you cashed a damn ticket because he didn't win, and that's the problem. But if you had the nerve to go ahead and back Detroit or Baltimore in those situations, then you understand exactly how profitable it can be. 162-game season, guys. It is a grind in Major League Baseball. You don't get to be positive units if you're not willing to ride the dogs, especially this time of year. And there are plenty on the card here from now until the end of the month. So I want to thank Dr. Chuck once again. Want to wish you guys good luck here tonight. And want to remind you, and we're going to get into this throughout the month here of September as we get ready to kick off the NFL season tomorrow night. College football back at it on Friday. And then, of course, it is football wall-to-wall for at least, I don't know, the next 48 days until the NBA season starts. So it is a good time of year. Plus, October is all about playoff baseball. There is an opportunity here for you guys to be able to profit across the board. And I've heard a lot of stuff from a lot of people going, I keep hearing about legalized betting. We've got, my book is terrible. This guy's terrible. I run this pool for my office. I've got all my my buddies in the dorm. I've got all these people that want to have have some fun betting on football season, but yet it's just a giant pain in the ass because nobody wants to keep track of everything. And well, you can forget about that, guys. It has never been easier for you to run your own book. It is so simple, and it doesn't have to be anything large scale. Just be for the friends that you know, the family members you have around the country, the damn office people, and the weirdo in the cubicle next to you. You guys are playing and betting football all season long anyway, right? So why not give yourself the opportunity to just engage the software, put it up, get the app, and boom, you guys, you can have the book. You can get all the plays that you wanted. You never have to miss a beat. And let's face it, probably one of the best side hustles there is when it comes to sports betting, certainly come this NFL and college football season. All you guys got to do is make the call. That's it. Right now, you can pick up the phone and call our friends at Paperhead. They set it up. It's so simple, guys. You don't need millions of dollars. You don't need any of that. All you need is to pick up the phone and call 1-888-762-2121. That's 888-762-2121. Make the call. They're going to sit there. They'll explain it all to you. It is so simple. In literally 20 minutes, you guys will be up and running, ready to rock and roll, calling your uncle, calling your cousins, being like, all right, here we go. Log on, get your plays in. Let's do this. And for as little as $3 per person, guys, that's it. It's never been more profitable to start looking into being the book. Forget about beating the book. Be the damn book, guys. It's that simple. 888-762-2121. That's 888-762-2121. Call our friends at paperhead.com. Check them out. I'm telling you, you guys will love it. It is the ultimate side hustle this college and NFL season. So thanks again to Dr. Chuck, sportsmemo.com. Make sure you guys get over there. Check out the free plays tonight. They are up, ready to rock and roll. And don't forget, of course, tomorrow night, Thursday Night Football. We'll be back here on the Joe Raineri Show, getting you all set up, ready to rock and roll. Our favorite plays of the week in college and NFL coming your way tomorrow. Make sure that you guys check out our good friends over at sportsmemo.com. You guys are the best. Good luck tonight. Cash them tickets. And then, of course, come back tomorrow and come back and see it all over again. We'll have more free plays for you, more from our favorite friends over at YAHOOSports.com and sportsmemo.com. Good luck tonight, guys. Thanks for making us a part of your day. We'll see you again mañana. Good luck.